Greetings, denizens of the interwebs. Grim Fury here. It's Tuesday once again, and that means it's time for another video. And hey, guess what I'm doing right now? I'm doing a video. Surprise, surprise, surprise. So, what do you say we just jump right in onto this new video and get it going, get it out of the way so all of you fine, wonderful people can enjoy the rest of your day, or probably just stay at home curled up in a chair or on the couch wrapped up in blankets with the heater on, because it's still mighty cold outside and has been cold outside for several days. So anyways, enough of that. Let's get going with things customers do that drive cashiers crazy. Number 15. This is for my friend and co-worker Shannon, who I got to see when she came in at about 6:30 this morning, about a half hour before I got off work. We mentioned this a little bit, and she said that I could do this for both of us. So here we go. This one is just for customers that decide that they're just going to be rude. There is no reason for this. I don't understand why you people come in a bad mood and you're just nasty and hateful and rude to people around you. I mean, what's the deal? I mean, did your cat, like, hack up a hairball on your pillow right next to your face? Did your, puppy, pee in your slippers? Did somebody pee in your Cheerios? Did your other half not give you any good loving the night before? There's got to be some reason for it, or you're just an ass. Regardless of why you're Mr. or Mrs. Personality, you need to leave that crap at home. Or at least leave it in your vehicle. There's just no reason whatsoever to come inside and act like a complete horse's ass. I mean, we're not responsible for whatever it is you're going to be griping about. And I couldn't tell what her customer was being a jerk about anyways. I think it had to do something that he brought in the store and didn't want her ringing up. It's like, well, here's an idea, genius. Don't set it on the freaking belt, giving, the cashier, the idea that, hey, I need to pay for this. And you don't have to be a complete ass about it like this guy was. I don't know what the heck his problem is, and I thought her head was going to explode. It's just, there's so much anger and so much hatred out there in this world as it is. I mean, why is it so hard, to just be nice? I mean, I don't get it. I mean, yeah, I've been doing these videos for, what, probably 9-10 months now? And yeah, the biggest part of my videos are rants, where I'm going off and complaining and stuff like that. But, I don't say this stuff at work. Well, I may say it, maybe under my breath when there's no one around, or saying it to some of my friends and coworkers when there's no one else around. But for the most part, I don't say this stuff. I keep it under wraps. And I'm usually a very happy, joyful person at work, always trying to make people smile, make people laugh, make people feel good. I'm just a very cheerful person, and it's not that hard of a concept. It's not that hard of a thing to do. And yeah, there are lots and lots of things about my job that I don't like, a lot of it has to do with the, the customers that I've mentioned in these videos, and the videos that I'm going to be doing in the future. But, I just keep that stuff, close to my chest, and I just wait until mostly, I do my videos before I say anything about it. I might tell my girlfriend about it if I have a specific customer that stands out. But for the most part, I just keep it in, and I just, hate you people more and more with every day, because you customers just do not know how to treat people. I don't know why. You've had some, bad day or whatever. Your dog puked on the linoleum and you stepped in it barefoot, so you think, you know what, I'm going to go to the store, pick up a loaf of bread, and I'm just going to ream the cashier a new one just because I've had a bad morning, so I'm going to go ahead and ruin their entire day. People like you with that kind of attitude just need to stay home and just don't need to leave the house until you've gotten over whatever the heck it is that's got your panties in a twist. Now, if we do something or say something to deserve it, okay. But, we're supposed to be nice. We're paid to be nice. And, I try to be nice. I'm not overly nice just because, my job has got me so jaded. I'm, as nice as I want to be, let's put it that way. Now, if you're somebody that I've gotten really to know over the years, and I consider a friend, that's a different story altogether. But if you're just what I would call your average customer, then yeah, I'm not going to bend over backwards for you, or or anyone else that fits in the average category. But I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to be disrespectful. Because like I said, I'm supposed to be nice. It's part of my job description. I have to be nice to you idiots. And I just don't understand why people think they can come into a store and be, mean and nasty. Because retail, if you've never worked retail, it is an incredibly stressful job. I mean, I'm not going to, say it's like one of the most stressful, because I've only had a few different kinds of jobs. I've either worked retail, being a cashier, I've worked fast food, and I've done security work. Those are the main fields I've worked in all my life. And they all have their stressful moments. Retail can be really stressful. Fast food can be really stressful just because it's usually really fast-paced. Doing security work has its moments too, but dealing with the public can be a real test, because there are people out there that think they can just dump on us for just no damn reason. Just because they're having a bad day, they figure, hey, I'm going to take it out on someone. Hey, look, here's a perfect stranger. Hey, here's my cashier. Or hey, here's the person making my burger. I'm going to go ahead and yell at them for no reason. I'm going to take my frustrations out on them. I went out to, leave to go to the store, and I had a flat tire, so I had to stop, and put the spare on and then go to the tire shop. So now I'm all frustrated because I had to do that and spend money I wasn't expecting, so I'm going to go and yell at this poor cashier that has no freaking idea what's going on and is not responsible whatsoever for my bad morning. Knock it off. You have no idea. There are memes out there. There are t-shirts. There are coffee mugs about, retail workers, being allowed to just tell you exactly what we think, exactly what we feel for one day a year. And I honestly think that should be allowed. But personally, I think it should be maybe about one day a month. That we should call it Speak Your Mind Day or something like that. We shouldn't be allowed to verbally attack customers just right off the bat just because, someone's been a jerk. But I mean, if the customers come up to us and they're being mean and nasty and hateful, we should be able to fire right back at them and not get in trouble whatsoever. I mean, there should be a little bit of decorum. I mean, we shouldn't be able to, use a whole bunch of foul language. And obviously we can't, not put our hands on them because, well, for one thing, that's illegal. But still, we should be able to say what's on our mind, what we think, how we feel, at least once a month, and not get in trouble for it. For one thing, I think it would help, morale, and plus it would get a lot of stuff off our chests, and plus, who knows, maybe some of the customers would, not do it anymore. I know there'd be some that would just welcome it and get into a big argument and probably be even nastier. But I think probably if you put some, I'd say probably at least half of the customers, if you put them in their place, they're going to stop. And they're probably not going to do it again. So just be happy that we cannot do that. Well, the only reason why we can't do that is because there aren't any stores out there that would allow it. So that's been one thing I've always dreamed of. Think that if I ever won the lottery, I would just like to just open, what do they call those, little satellite stores or something, like one of the ones that just kind of pop up out of the ground like mushrooms after bad rain, and they're there for like a real short time. Just get some workers from a temp agency, have this little grocery store or something like that there for just a few months or whatever, and just have it to where you have a big sign on the outside of the TV, outside of the store, that clearly says, our workers will not put up with any verbal abuse. You give it to them, they're going to give it to you. Or just put, we're not going to put up with your crap. If you're mean and nasty to us, we're going to give it right back in your face, and we may just throw you out of the store. So there's no reason to be rude. I mean, if you got an attitude problem, stay at home. Wait till the next day, or at least wait a few hours later. Or if you've got somebody else in the household, send them. I don't know why people think it's okay to just take your problems out on innocent people. I mean, you don't even know. I mean, the cashiers could be going through something on their own. You probably never thought of that, huh? What if you're yelling at some poor cashier, and just an hour before, when that cashier was still at home, their significant other broke up with them and they got into a real nasty fight and the relationship ended, and they've had yelling at them for hours before they left the house, and they've got that sitting on them, and then you come down there and you start yelling at them, all that's going to come rushing back. But you mean and hateful people out there, don't think about that, and you probably don't even care. But you need to start. Like I said before, there's way too much anger and hatred and stupidity in this world, and it's just getting worse. We need to start thinking about people's feelings and start treating people with more respect. Start using common sense. Start teaching your kids common sense and respect for people. Before this world gets any worse than it already is, and then we're being overrun with rude and nasty people, and that we don't need. So go to the stores with, in a good mood, or heck, if you're in a bad mood, just keep it to yourself. I mean, you're not going to be in there that long, or even if you're doing if you're doing a lot of shopping in a bad mood, you're just asking for it. But if you're just going to be in there for a little bit, just keep it to yourself. Don't take it out on the cashiers or the stockers or management just because you think you can. It's not right. It's not worth it. It's not going to do you or anybody any good. So just cut it out. Knock it off. Before we make a voodoo doll of you and we all take turns stabbing it with needles and knives and pins and skewers and maybe even burning it in the middle of the floor. Or who knows? You may even have someone do a vlog on YouTube and rant about your stupid idiot self. So with that out of the way, there we go, Shannon. There's our little rant for the day. So hopefully the rest of your day goes by. Hopefully you won't get any more customers like that one that you got. He was like probably one of her very first customers. Hopefully she doesn't get any more like that. Hopefully none of us get any more like that. Well, that's going to do it for this week. So thank you so much for those of you that enjoy these rant videos, for watching me and joining me for this. I really appreciate it. I'm hoping I will get one of my subscription boxes here soon. I've got 2 that I should be receiving. I should be getting my last Loot Anime box and my first Loot Crate box. So hopefully we will get at least one of those for next week. But I don't know. We'll just have to see. So anyways, my friends, thank you again for joining me. If you had a good time, if you enjoyed yourself, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support me on a more personal level, please consider going to patreon.com/GrimFury and becoming a patron. I would appreciate it beyond words, and that will help me to keep doing these videos for all of you and be able to do even more. So thank you again for being here, and I hope you will join me next week for another video, hopefully an unboxing, but if not, guess what? Another rant. So take care, all of you. Be safe out there. Granted, the roads are almost completely clear of snow and ice, but it is still really cold out there, and it's going to be really cold for another couple of days. So bundle up, be safe, and I will see you all next Tuesday. Take care, everyone. Toodles!